a wonderful question, by the way. Great question. So Hanuman was flying. He could fly to go to Lanka, and then he met Sita. How did he do that? How did he fly? Okay. Now, so the thing is, this is a great question, and we have to understand this. Not just for Ramayana, for anything, any question that we have. Many times, a good starting point, good starting point to answer any question or try to find out the answer is to start at this point that for sure we don't know. Okay, for sure we don't know, but we can conceive, we can speculate, we can think what might have happened. Okay, so I'm going to give an answer, but it's good to start with say maybe we don't know because it happened a long time ago, right? For example, suppose right now we have aeroplanes, we have helicopters, choppers, aeroplanes, we have space shuttles going into the space, right? How many years ago this whole thing started? The aeroplanes that we see now, the helicopters that we see, and sending a man to the moon or sending the satellites in the space. How many years ago? Anyone knows the answer?
Like 1998.
1998? No? Well, yeah, something like Very good. Great question, okay? I want you to give a big hand to that correct answer there. She said 50, 60 years ago. So what we know today, about 100 years ago, like Wright brothers, everyone has heard about the Wright brothers, right? So they started flying. So let me ask you a question. Suppose we were discussing, and the Hanuman's flying, but also have you heard of Pushpak Viman? Pushpak aeroplane? No?
Well, it's in the last ending play. Only Valmiki knows because he's narrating it.
Right, the aeroplane, right? Suppose instead of now, we were sitting here 200 years ago, and we were discussing, okay, aeroplane, what is that? Or the Pushpak Viman, that something flies in the air. Well, we don't know other than birds, anything that flies in the air that is a man-made, right? That's what people would have said 200 years ago. Just come back to 100 years, after that, and suddenly, if I say aeroplane, yesterday, Ashwini and I flew from Atlanta. Are you surprised?
No.
No. Okay? Because now we know about the aeroplanes. So going back to this, we don't know the exact answer, but here is what we know in Ramayana. One thing is, they had some technology like Pushpak Viman. Okay? Now, do we have the drawings of the aeroplane, and do we know how many engines was there, what kind of engines? We don't know anything. But here is what we know. If you read Valmiki Ramayana, and at some point I would encourage you to read Valmiki Ramayana, there are descriptions of Pushpak Viman. So of course it says it was like a big building. So that's maybe similar to what we know. But do you know something? It also has descriptions in the last part of Valmiki Ramayana called Uttarakand, if you have gone through that word, where it says this Pushpak Viman, when it flew, made loud noise. Now, is that similar to what we know about our current aeroplanes?
Yeah.
That doesn't prove that the Pushpak Viman was like our plane. It used to become unstable due to the wind currents when it was flying. How many of you have flown in an aeroplane? Everyone, right? Almost everyone. Yeah. And how many of you had an experience?
Yeah.
Okay, look at me, guys. Okay, how many of you had an experience when the aeroplane ride was not very smooth? Turbulence. Okay. So Valmiki Ramayana talks of that turbulence when it refers to this Pushpak Viman. So that's the one type of technology. Again, to answer your question, we don't know Pushpak Viman how exactly it flew. But if you look at the descriptions of it from Ramayana, they appear very, very similar to what we know of today's aeroplanes. Now let's get back to Hanuman. Okay? Now if you read in detail, again, there could be a possibility that maybe he partly swam through the water, not just everything flew. But he definitely flew. And so there are many researchers, and what they have thought, what they have imagined, that although we don't know the exact technology, could it be something similar to the gliding? Have you heard of gliding?
Yes.
Okay? Something like this. Now something very interesting that Ashwini reminded me that I should mention. When these all Vanara, and you know what Vanara means? What is Vanara?
We know that.
Monkey.
No!
Good one.
They're made. I think they're made.
No!
I think I know.
are not monkeys. Exactly. Can one of you? Can one of you?
Humans, but they wear animal masks.
Can one of you raise your hand and tell Nilesh ji who are the Vanaras?
Not monkeys.
Okay.
Nilesh ji, pick.
Regular people who just wear masks and tails.
Very good. And you remind me of a tale afterwards, and I'm going to tell you something about the Vanara tale, okay? But let me finish this answer. So when these all Vanara, no more monkeys, guys, okay? When they are, no, don't pick up on her. She still remembers the old memory, you know, that's very good thing, okay? What happened is when they are ready to go to Lanka, and there's a discussion going on, who can cross this ocean and go to Lanka? You know, so when they're asking, one person says, Angada, you know, he says, I can go 50 yojana. Now, let's not worry what yojana is. It's similar to kilometers, miles, some unit of measure. Okay? He says, I can go 50. Then other person says, I can go 100.
I
Other
can go
person-
across the whole world.
Right. Somebody says that too, or you want to say that?
I do.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
amazing.
Okay. Like a gliding. So,
So how you have the long jump where every person, every athlete has a different capacity to fly, I mean to jump. So maybe
yeah. Just like, you know, pole vault, right? How far up they can go, or a long jump, how far away they can jump, or how fast they can run. These different famous Vanara had different capabilities. And then they decided Hanuman is the one who can definitely do the best. And that's why they decided to send Hanuman. Okay, so great question. I don't have a great answer, but what I'll tell you is what we know. That they definitely had some technology to do this. It's important to remember not all Vanaras could fly, by the way. It's very important that not all Vanaras could fly. In fact, now think of an aeroplane. If it was just a fiction movie story, you know, usually what would we do? The hero should have an aeroplane, right? Or the villain maybe, you know, no, in this case Ravana had an aeroplane, right? But Rama didn't have an aeroplane. It was just a one aeroplane in a way, if you look at it into this whole story. Okay? So we don't know, but definitely they knew, and not every Vanara could fly. And everyone had a different ability, even among those who could fly. Okay? Now let me just quickly tell you something about the tail, okay? And then we'll go to the next question. It was indeed a mask and a tail that they were wearing. Do you know how? If you very carefully read the Ramayana descriptions, what you find is that while the male Vanara, so to say, had the tail, I mean the description comes, right? When they are ready to go fight, ready to go in search of Sita, sometime a description of a tail comes, like Hanuman, you know, he's using his tail. All the lady Vanaras, there is never a description of a tail in Valmiki Ramayana. Right? So we know that they were human beings, you know. But the ladies weren't going on a fighting, so they were not wearing a tail. If they were going to go to fight, they might wear one as a mask, you know, as a uniform. Okay? Next question. Let's raise a hand and, okay, all right, all in the end there.
I have 2 questions. Should I ask both of them or should I ask them separately?
I'm getting gray hair, so let's ask one at a time. I forget things, you know.
So how long did it take for Valmiki to write the whole?
Great question. My God, I mean, you know, it's just a truly amazing questions. Okay, how long did it take Valmiki Ramayana Valmiki to write Valmiki Ramayana? Okay, we don't know the exact answer, so you're going to say, oh my God, you know, like your teacher, you know, camp coordinator said, you know, this person is going to answer all your questions, and he starts with, I don't know, right? Okay, we don't know the exact timing, but we can estimate, even based on what is given in Valmiki Ramayana. Okay, so when he started writing, he wrote in such a way. Now, do you know the story that Sita, when she was pregnant, she came to ashram of Valmiki? Yes, you know that, right? Then what are the names of Rama's 2 sons or Sita's 2 sons? Lava and Kusha.
That's for next year.
Okay, good. So they are born in the ashram of Valmiki, right? And Valmiki is raising them. They are being trained by Valmiki. So with that thing in mind, actually Valmiki wrote Valmiki Ramayana. There is other reasons why he wrote it. And he trained them, he composed it, and he trained them to sing it. And so when they were 12 years old, how many of you are 12 right now? Okay, so imagine this. That's where they were. They had these 24,000 or close to that, 24,000 shloka by heart. They also know how to play on the music, sing it to the musical scale.